So you're wanting to sell your home, but you're not quite sure how to go about it to get the most money possible. Well, I want to answer that for you today in this video. And if you're wondering, who are you? My name's Addison Smith, and I'm a real estate agent here in Southern Oregon. And my goal is to make, whether you're buying or selling, as stress-free as possible. And so if you're looking at buying or selling, would you just text me right here? There's my number. Feel free. You can send me a text and we can begin chatting about your journey. Or you can click the link in the description and we can get connected there over Zoom or in person if you're here locally. And we can begin to strategize and make sure you can make the most money possible if you're selling and get a great deal if you're buying. Well, let's jump into how in the world to sell your property really well here in Southern Oregon. The first thing you've got to know is this: it's very competitive right now. Very competitive right now. And so if you are going to sell your home, there's a couple steps you're going to want to take. Number one, find a good agent. I am a little biased. I'd love for you to use me, but find a good agent. That agent is going to walk you through proper pricing. They'll probably show you a CMA, which is a comparative market analysis, and they'll show you different homes in your area that are going for different rates or that they did sell for certain rates to help you price your home competitively. There's the last person I worked with, they actually were undervaluing their home. So that made it a lot easier as I brought them up to a better place and everyone's happy. But a lot of times as homeowners, I know I just sold my place. I had it valued higher in my heart than it really was in the market. And the market slapped me in the face and said, no, we're not going to buy it for that price. We will buy it for this price. And so an agent will help you with love, get you to a good price so that you're not on the market for decades. If you go on Zillow, you'll see there's a lot of houses that have been sitting there for like a year. And often those are people who are in love with a price and they're not going to part unless they get that price. And so an agent will help you see pros and cons of staying at that price and keeping your house on the market forever, or getting a good price for your home, which will get it moved quickly and maybe even get multiple offers in there to get the price even higher than normal market rates. So you're going to want to get a good agent. Number two is you're going to want to get professional photography done. Now, for me, I take care of that for those who use me as their agent, so you don't have to sweat about that. But you're not just going to want an agent who comes through with their cell phone and takes a couple pictures. You're going to want professional photos. You can tell it's a big difference on the MLS, on Zillow, on Trulia, when somebody just takes pictures themselves or it's professionally done. Kind of tagging along with this is when those pictures are taken, make sure your home is clean. Often professional photographers will send a list of what to do, like make sure your counters are clear, make sure the cars aren't in the driveway, things like that. That makes a big difference when you're trying to sell your home for top dollar. You want it to look super good. Number three is you're gonna wanna make sure that you are available for your home to be shown as often as possible in those first few days. Those first few days, if it's priced well, they're going to be pretty intense. And so you're going to want to make sure you don't have to be home during those times to get as many showings in so you can get as many offers in as possible. The next thing is this: you're going to want to make sure you are open to covering the buyer side agent's commission. This is not required now, but if you want to sell for top dollar, this is something you should really consider. This was something that was baked into home prices throughout the years because it was back in the day, it was just assumed that the buyer's agent and the seller's agent would be covered by the seller. Now it's not necessarily required, but I do think it's a good practice if you want to draw in a lot of great buyers with their agents. And then another thing kind of tagging along with that is be ready to cover some, if not all, of the buyer's closing costs. Depending on what price range you are selling at, some of the buyers, literally, they are taking everything that they have to put towards a down payment and they don't have money for closing. And so now I like to negotiate and make sure you still get what you need. And so we can talk about my strategies. Not going to share them all in this video, but you should be at least prepared mentally to cover some, if not all, of their closing costs. And if you do these steps, if you have a good agent, you get professional photos, that agent's working hard to promote your listing, you know what I'm talking about? These steps will help you get top dollar for your house, maybe even more than you thought you could get for your home, and then you'll be able to go and get the next place of your dreams. And so I hope those steps are a help for you, because you'll get into escrow. We can talk about that in another video, but I hope this is a help to you. If it is, would you leave a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button? And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Watch this video next, and we'll talk soon.